Hello everybody, this is Dioxin here with another little video. Today we are going to sort of have a look at the few bits that I had saved on my PS4 hard drive about the MK11 beta. So there's a few little things. Obviously I was having a lot of trouble just doing a few of the moves, and then I realized sort of halfway through the beta I wasn't turning this stuff off, the release check and the alternate controls and all these things. Right now, I'd advise you just to have a look at these things when the game does come out. Mortal Kombat X had very similar kind of things as well. So just when you do get the game, if you are going to get the game, just try them out in practice mode. Some of them suit people's styles and some of them don't. Another thing I noticed was there was another, how can I say, little menu saying AI behavior. So that just tells me that the practice options is going to be very detailed, which is going to be pretty cool, I think. So, you know, trying to work out certain situations and how to better your own gameplay is always a bonus, I'd say. So I just want to go through the last few little bits and pieces about the beta and MK11 thus far. So what we know is there's 25 characters, and then there's an extra one, and I don't think it's been confirmed as playable, but I'm going to assume she's going to be unplayable, and that's I think it's Chronica, I think her name was. So I assume she's not going to be playable at all. Very similar to corrupted Shinnok in MKX. So yeah. Another thing is watching some of these combat casts. I've noticed a few moves that are different. So the that big overhead pole thing that Jade has, on the second hit it pops up, so which is very nice, because I think she needs it. She isn't really that combo heavy. I mean, it wasn't, you know, it's not the greatest, how can I say, example of playing her in a sort of a beta without having a practice mode and not having a lot of time. I was busy at the time, so I think it's always good. And one thing I did notice is so many Scorpion players were playing this beta as well. So another thing about Scorpion is, if this game is going to be, how can I say, is it neutral base and footsies and all this stuff, Scorpion's teleport just really takes that away. It really is a thing on its own. And if you look at this little section of play here, I was playing this guy, he knew exactly what he was doing. He is just waiting for me to do something. If I throw something, he's going to teleport, just like he did there. So this is the thing about the teleport. I think it's just way too quick and way too strong in this game. Another thing I noticed is Scorpion's jump kick seems to be as OP as it was in MKX. It's almost impossible to beat the guy in the air. I got caught plenty of times by this player. Very good player for the time that he only had the beta. But I do think it's, how can I say, it's already screaming balance issues to me. But like I said, this isn't the final build of the game, so we'll have to see what that looks like come, is it April 23rd? And hopefully they'll tell us a bit more in the whatever combat costs are left. I'm assuming it's probably going to be about 2 or 3 more, maybe one more. Sorry, I forget the date, but maybe 1 more or 2 tops. So we'll have a look and see what they'll tell us. So this is the way it is. One more thing I'd like to sort of add is the 2 recently announced characters. The guy with the 6 arms, I forget his name. Oh yeah, Collector, that's it. And is it Cetrion? So I know I know the one is a Mortal Kombat character, more from the comics side of things. And the other is, I don't even know, sort of just a combination of Injustice and Mortal Kombat. I just think it just looks a bit too Injustice-like, and Collector just seems, I mean, he's a Mortal Kombat character, I get it, but he just seems a little bit out of place in the game. But we'll have to see. Maybe they'll change things up when the game launches. So yeah, a few things. I have reiterated this before, is so many similarities to Injustice. So not having the run, I think, is sort of affects players like Jade here against Scorpion. I can just see straight away. I mean, I managed to get a few wins, but I can see straight away that it's already a problem. Yeah, she can zone and stuff, but the teleport really hurts her a lot against Scorpion. Also, having the damage output in is it, I don't know what you call it, hit points or damage points, whatever, I don't know. It just screams Injustice, and I mean, I got nothing against Injustice. To me, it's a different fighting game. I'm not really into the superhero stuff, and I can see the appeal that people that are into superheroes have in regards to Injustice. But I mean, can't we just keep it as two different games? I just think sort of half combining them, you know, I heard somebody said it's like a MK9 and Injustice 2 collaboration. I've heard a person say. But yeah, I think they really need to just concentrate on making a Mortal Kombat, and making an Injustice. I hope there's going to be settings to change the damage. I would change it straight away and bring back the percentages. Another thing I'm not totally a fan of is this, is it a HUD or something where all these bars are at? Couldn't they have just put it like under the health bar or vertically across the bottom, just like we had in MKX? I don't know, it just seems a bit awkwardly placed. I'm hoping there's going to be a setting for that as well. Another thing is, I'm going to take this out of Tekken's ranked rulebook. When you play a person online, you can see their win ratio or their win percentage and their losses. Can't we just put their wins and you know, let the guy play? You know, let the people play and not be afraid of the win-loss ratios of really good players. Because I mean, if you look at my win-loss ratio, people really think that I'm like crazy good and stuff like this, and I'm not that good. I just play the game. I mean, I get salty, I get pissed off, just like a lot of people do. You know, I'll have a few verbal altercations at times. You know, guilty as charged. I duck players, guilty as charged. I should be better, but just some of these people, they read you like a book, and I just can't get past them. I don't have enough time to devote to playing fighting games that I could sort of sit and just practice and get beat up 20 times in a row. I know that is the best way to learn, but I don't have all that time. So I'm going to anticipate getting a lot of beatdown when I do start playing Mortal Kombat 11, of course. So we'll have to wait and see for that. Alright, so since I don't have too much time, a lot of my time is going to be devoted into getting a platinum trophy in this game. I like to get platinum trophies in the games like I really like, so Mortal Kombat is one of them. My sort of strategy to sort of become a better player is to learn the Scorpion matchup, because everybody plays Scorpion and everybody plays Sub-Zero, and the sort of, how can I say, the nostalgia characters, you know, like Cabal and who's the other one? I forget the name. Is it Scarlet? Yes, Scarlet. You know, these are matchups that you're going to have to learn, and I'm going to assume correctly that there's going to be a bunch of Noob Saibot players. He does look cool. I'm sort of the guy that I'm not going to follow the you know, the OP or whatever it is, the flavor of the week characters, whatever it is. I'm gonna say now, I'm gonna try and play Jade, and I'm gonna play Shao Kahn, because why not? I'm saying it now. I've not seen any Shao Kahn, but it would be cool. I just wanted to do it. I was thinking of Goro in MKX, but I just couldn't make him work. It just felt weird. So yeah, it's gonna be Shao Kahn, and I think it's gonna be crazy cool to play. And yeah, hopefully we'll have Takeda in the DLC. That would be very interesting. I do question the DLC that they've done already, sort of naming Shang Tsung as a DLC. Seems a bit premature. Normally you'd announce DLC after a few months of the game being launched, sort of just to try and freshen things up with maybe a balance patch or things like this. But hey, we'll have to wait and see what that looks like and see how it works for them. Maybe it'll backfire, maybe it will be a hit, we don't know. So that's the way it is. I mean, I don't mind DLC. I think the people that sort of make these games and develop these games, they put a lot of sort of time and effort, and I feel that they need to be sort of compensated for it sufficiently, and basically give the game, or keep the game alive for, you know, how many more Mortal Kombats is left, nobody knows, but you know, money makes everything work, so they need the money, and these games take a long time, a lot of resource to make, and to get a, you know, another game that's as good as what we're seeing now. I mean, this is just the beta. I'm sure it's going to look a little bit better than this. So, you know what I mean, all of this stuff takes time. And I mean, we can go and think about the old days, and nobody had DLC before, but I mean, look at those games compared to what you got here today. And the industry, the gaming industry as a whole is worth billions now. So it's not this ain't no, how can I say, little kiddies playing all the time. It's, you got adults playing games all the time. There's lots of pro scenes, esports, all these kinds of things. So it's to me, I just think it's worth it. I can afford it, so I'm fortunate that I can. Some people, they can't afford it. It's unfortunate, but I mean, sometimes you just have to face the music when it comes to those kind of things and practices. I mean, just because it's worth billions doesn't mean it's always cool for everyone. Right, let me see, what else is on my mind? Yes, the variation stuff. So obviously the custom variation was like everybody experimented with it during the beta, so apparently for the tournament they're going to take that away and just leave it as the stock variations that you start with. So I think there was a trick there with that one, because I mean, I just played Jade, so I didn't see too much that can go wrong with that, but maybe other players have more OP options, we don't know yet. Another thing is the breakaway mechanic. I think I have mentioned that before as being a little bit too unfair, because I mean, if you get punished for stuff, you know, it shouldn't be allowed to just get out for free, really, and punish an opponent on their whiff. So I think that needs to be looked at as well. Will the forward roll and the back roll be the same in MKX? Would you be able to do it if you're on a hard knockdown? We don't know. Speaking about hard knockdowns, I think I might make a MKX video about rolling and hard knockdowns and what happens. So I'm going to assume it's going to be the same in MK11, where you can't roll if you've been hit with a hard knockdown. Also the get-ups, or wake-up attacks, or I think they're called get-up attacks. I think it's going to be a little bit of timing with them. I tried a couple with Jade, and I wasn't really successful, so I think it needs to be sort of, you know, practiced quite a bit, and knowing the situations pretty well before using them, because obviously they, you know, take away your meter. So yeah, we've got to watch out for that. So I think I'm going to sit and live in practice mode for a while after I've done the story mode and all that kind of stuff, and then we go from there. Do you guys want me to put videos up about this story mode? Just let me know in the comments and stuff like that. I'm sure there's other things that I probably missed and somebody else has seen them all. But yeah, a lot of this is just, you know, me seeing things for what it is. Obviously all my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong. Make a conversation out of it in the comment section below. I got Twitter and all that stuff. I'm not mega active on it. I just don't think I have enough followers to make anything real of it just yet. But hopefully I'll add some stuff on there, different things, you know, maybe little clips and stuff. Okay, that's enough talking from me. So I hope, you know, from my previous videos on MKX and frames and all the other little things that I've posted, hopefully using all this knowledge and stuff can help with the next game, that is MK11. Good luck guys, and cheers.
Had your fill.
Finish her. Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight! Finish her. Round 1, fight.
Not up to the challenge.
Round 2. Fight!
Fire be cleansed.
Final round. Fight! Finish her! Round 1. Fight!
Do you want more? Too easy.
Round 2. Fight!
They always come back.
Final round. Fight! Fatality.
Death was the only way out.
Jade wins.